Hey guys, it's Mr. Win, and I'm going to show you how to solve systems using matrices. So this is the basic introduction to matrices and how we're going to use them, okay? Matrices are these little box symbols. So I'm going to write an example in the calculator, but if I create a matrices, so I go to 7 matrix, 1 create, 1 for matrix. Let's just make a 3 by, let's say 3 by whatever, 3. Okay, and usually you'll have set of numbers here like -1, 2, whatever they could be, right? It's kind of like organizing these numbers. So it's just a basic introduction to matrices, but they're surrounded by this box, kind of these square brackets, okay? That's what matrices look like, all right? But let's actually do an example. So if I look at number 1, right? You can use these to solve systems. So if I create a matrices, you want to create one of your variables, right, on the left side, and then one on your right side of just the answers. So if I create a matrices on number 1, go to menu, matrix, create, 1 for matrix, and notice you have a variable in your an x and a y, so it's just going to be 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 equations, right, for 2 rows, 2 variables, x and y, those are your columns. And just hit OK. So we're just doing the left side of the equal sign, right? So we know -4x plus y, that's number 1. And then there's a -x plus y for the second equation. So just put the coefficients. Now remember, coefficients are just the numbers in front. So ignore the variables for now and just put the numbers in front. So -4 goes there, 1 goes there, because that's the number in front of the y. -4 is the number in front of the x, right? Go down here, do the second equation. So -1 is in front of that x, and 1 is in front of that y, right? That's just the left side of the equal sign, okay? The equations are kind of matched up. You want them matched up, and then you want them, just put the coefficients in front, okay? What you do next to solve this is we're going to take the inverse of that. So raise this to the hat, press the hat, it's right under the equal sign. And then we're going to do -1. So we're raising it by -1. All right, and then go to the side, and let's make another matrices. So we're going to multiply and make a new matrices. So 7, 1, matrix. Now here's the thing, we're going to make the matrices of just the answers, okay? Just the answers. So numbers with no letters, right? You should have just the -9 and -3, okay? Now there are still 2 rows because there's 2 problems, but there's only going to be 1 column this time, right? There's only 1 column of numbers. So if I put 1, and then -9 on the top as the first problem, -3 is the second problem, okay? Notice how similar that looks to our problem number 1. Right, we just got rid of the variables, equal signs. We kind of replaced them with other symbols. All right, if I put this in the calculator, that will solve it. All right, so I write my matrices in the first system without the variables. Take the inverse, okay? Don't forget that -1, and then multiply it by a matrices involving your answers. So if I press enter, you get them in order. 2 as your x, -1 is your y. So if I were to write my answer, okay, you could always write x equals 2, y equals -1. All right, so I'm gonna clear that for now. All right, because I wanted you to see the calculator. Let's say if I were to do number 5. Number 5, there's a lot of letters, right? First off, look at how many, focus on just the equal sign, right? So only the left side, just do the left side. So we're gonna write a matrices of just the left side. So 7 for matrix, 1 for create, 1 for matrix. But notice that there are 3 problems this time, right? So you need 3 rows, okay? So we need 3 rows, and then, okay, go down to the columns, right? Columns is how many variables? Well, there's a column of x's, column of y's, column of z's, so there's 3 of them, so make 3 columns. Hit OK. Now I'm going to make a 3 by 3. So again, write the coefficients, the numbers in front of, the variables. So -x, so here's the first problem. It's just -1, -5, -5, right? Now again, we're doing just the left side of the equal sign, right? Don't put your answers in there yet. Those equal to, right? So do the second problem. So it's 4, -5 is in front of the y, 4 is in front of the z. Do the same for the third problem. 1 is in front of the x, 5 is in front of the y, -1 is in front of the z. Take the inverse, so raise it by -1, and then multiply that by your new matrices, your answers, okay? So again, oops, don't want to delete the multiply. Menu 7, 1, 1. And this time, okay, the rows are, how many equations? There's 3. And then the columns, right? There's only one set of answers. Pretty much that side's always going to be 1, but there's only one, right? It's like thinking of how many variables there are. The equation had 3 variables, but this side there's only one answer each. So just write 1, press OK, and then write your answers: 2, 19, -20. Again, take a look at that, right? Look at it for a second and see like how similar that is to that equation. We basically wrote everything, but the equal sign, but the plus and minuses in betweens, the variables, right? Okay, we just skip those for now. Put those in the box as matrices, okay? And then press enter. We now know that x is -2, y is -3, z is 3. Okay, we didn't have to do the whole substitution, elimination, all that. This calculator will solve it for us if we use matrices. All right. What else you need to know? So I'm going to clear this off for now. All right. If I scroll down. All right. Notice how you can even add, right? So number 7, I'm going to ask you to add matrices. So again, just make your matrix. You can do this on the calculator too. Notice there's 3 columns. So I'm looking at number 7, right? There's 3 rows and 3 columns. And you can actually add these straight in the calculator. So if I copy this down, all right, copy that matrix over. Matrix, 9, 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, plus create another 3 by 3 matrices. And 3 by 3, so 3, oops. All right, and then put those numbers as well. 1, 3, 2, 2, 5, 4, 0, 2, 7. Press enter. You have your new answer, right? It gives you a new matrices. So when adding matrices, you get a new matrices. And then I ask you to write a sentence, tell me what it looks like, and tell me why you think those added up, right? Or what happened, right? Okay, look at it for a second and see how did that first corner number of our new answer is a 4. How did that become a 4? How did the second number become a 5? How did the third number in the first row become a 7? Right, and so on. So tell me, what do you think? All right, so notice your assignment. So I'm going to pull up the whole assignment. Let's see. All right, you do have here, subtraction as well, okay? Number 8, subtraction. Number 9, we're adding, okay? These all can be done straight in the calculator. Now, some of these you will get an error, okay? You will get an error, so just be careful, right? Sometimes you can't. You see how this one might look a little weird. Why is it a 3 by 3 minus a 3 by 2, okay? Be a little careful. Over here, we're gonna be multiplying, okay? Again, multiply, get your answer, tell me what you think happens, all right? Right here, why do you think that answer number 16, okay, is it unable to find an answer, and so on, okay? So that's the assignment, right? These down here are just operations. Just practice on filling out the matrix on your calculator, add it, subtract it, whatever it says, and then give me the answers, answer the questions, all right? So again, all right, when we're solving systems, make sure you, just get rid of the variables, create those matrices, one on the left side, and then one of just your answers, and, press enter to get your answer. And then on the other problems, 7 and on, just go to the calculator, put them in as an operation, one matrices plus another matrices, or subtraction, whatever it might be, and get your answer, right? And that's pretty much it. So a lot of calculator work. Finish this up, and that'll be it.